Cyntoia Brown was 16 years old, okay, in 2004 when she killed real estate agent Johnny Allen. Of course, she had been sold to him as a sex slave by her pimp and boyfriend, a man named Cutthroat. She killed him in which she claimed self-defense, but the jury convicted her of first-degree murder and sentenced her to life in prison. In Tennessee last week, the state Supreme Court ruled she must serve 51 years of that sentence before being eligible for parole. Now compare that to the other child sex trafficking case we heard about last week when billionaire Jeffrey Epstein, who was accused of sex trafficking with minors over a 6-year period with dozens of girls, was sentenced to serve 13 months in a Florida county jail, not even prison. And he got out to go to work outside the jail. Rihanna and Kim Kardashian West have both advocated for this young woman. The Women's March announced a demonstration on her behalf in January, and her story was told in a 2011 documentary entitled Me Facing Life, Cyntoia's Story. Here's an excerpt.
Tell me about these people, your adoptive mom and dad. What are they like?
Mom, she nags a lot. But she's a sweet person, but she wants me to be perfect and like her daughter. And my dad, that's the only word you need to describe her.
Like what do you mean? Like, what would he do?
Like it, you know what I'm saying? I like it and stuff like that.
He would sort of slap you around?
Sometimes he had no reason, he would actually say, I swear for God, because I felt like it.
I'm sorry, he said what?
Because I felt like it when I asked him why he hit me.
Oh, I see. That's what he would say.
Yeah.
What's this guy Cut? What's his real name?
Gary and McLean.
So how long were you living with him?
For like 3 weeks.
And then what was he like?
Different hotels. I remember one time, the first time he did something to me is when he choked me and I passed out. Because he said I thought he was a joke.
What else did he do to you?
He talked real bad to me and jacked me up. He pulled me by my hair and dragged me and stuff. He put guns up me, told me to strap and stuff like that, getting that at other people.
Did you ever have sex with the guys?
When I cut the gun up to me, I did.
Did he have sex with you too?
Yeah, he had sex with me. Sometimes I don't want to have sex with him. He'd still me. I'd be crying and everything.
So how come you stayed with him?
You're not listening. I'm making him money. He wasn't gonna let me go nowhere. He told me he'd kill me. He knows where my mom lives. And I know the dude choked me till I almost passed out. He's not afraid to kill me.
Well, I'm going to talk to Kathy Evans, and then we're going to try to do something that might help you out when you go to court. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, folks, joining us right now is Tennessee State Representative Harold Love. Representative Love, how are you? I cannot hear Representative Love, folks, so let's get the audio straight, please. Representative Love?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
There we go. All right, then.
All right.
So first and foremost, got to ask you your just initial thoughts on the Supreme Court decision regarding Cyntoia being 51 years. It is as if they completely ignored the fact that she was a sex slave.
Yeah, we were really disturbed by the fact that even though we passed new laws dictating that persons who were part of human trafficking would not be prosecuted this way, the law was not retroactive to affect her.
And so what is the governor saying? I mean, again, this woman clearly is a victim, and it's not like she was involved with this guy on her own accord. I mean, she was being held against her will. She was kidnapped. She was being terrorized.
Yeah, that's all very true. And the unfortunate part is that when you have young ladies who are victims of sex trafficking and they're put in a situation where they're prostituted and they feel as though their life is being threatened, there's no opportunity for them to have self-defense. And this is really a very tragic situation because, as we know, people who are put in this lifestyle oftentimes are being mistreated and degraded and really just treated very awfully.
And so what is next? I mean, is the only recourse left that the governor will pardon her?
Yeah, and we have a governor going out in this next term, a new governor being elected. So the Black Caucus is looking to appeal to a new governor to say, look at the case, review it, consider all the facts, especially the fact that she was put in this awful situation, and look to give her some relief. You're talking about 51 years for defending yourself, 51 years for a situation where you, again, being a victim of sex trafficking, and this other man was threatening her life every day. So you're talking about this case needs to be revisited.
All right, then. Representative Love, we certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much. We'll certainly be watching this case moving forward.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's go to our panel now. Dr. Avis Jones, Weaver, leadership strategist. Michael Brown, former chair, DNC Finance Committee. Eugene Craig III, CEO of the Eugene Craig Organization. Avis, when you look at this case, I mean, I don't understand how a jury could completely ignore. I mean, did she shoot and kill a guy? Yeah, but this is a woman who, again, clearly a victim.
Absolutely.
Clearly being terrorized.
Absolutely. And first of all, she was a child when this happened. Let's just put this into context. She was a child that was illegally bought by an adult male who was raping her repeatedly and threatening her life repeatedly and committing violence against her repeatedly. And in terms of the jury, you know, I wonder about that too, although this is Tennessee. I have a very, I don't know the racial composition of the jury, but I would not be surprised to say that it probably is not reflective of her. And this is the type of justice, unfortunately, that we've come to expect.
Okay, guys, we're getting audio. Guys, okay, so Michael, I want to go to you. When you think about this, when you think about this case, I mean, again, only thing left is for folks to actually protest.
Do you know if the victim, was he white or black? Do we know?
Don't know, but more than likely black.
Yeah. It's just a mess. It's too bad for her. I'm glad that she already has some celebrity advocates out for her. Clearly, protesting is always helpful because it puts it in the news. But you're going to have a legal strategy to reverse this. And so hopefully the advocates she has also are not just celebrities in the sense of getting news coverage, but also that there's a legal strategy to help turn this around, because that's what it's going to take. She's going to have to appeal her sentence, and then hopefully hope for the best.
Eugene, again, I'm just wondering, where are evangelicals? I mean, you talk about compassion. You talk about, this is not somebody who had just a ridiculous record before this. Anybody who breaks down this case will see exactly what was going on here.
I'll take it a step further. Where are the gun groups? Where's NRA? Where's Gun Owners for America? Where's National Association of Gun Rights? The argument and selling point that gun groups make to women is that, hey, in this particular situation where you're about to be sexually assaulted, you need a firearm to protect yourself. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what she did.
Absolutely.
You know, as a child, not as a woman, not as an adult, as a child. And so, you know, the folk that, you know, put major backing behind Marsha Blackburn, Senator-elect Marsha Blackburn, the folk that put major backing behind Senator Corker, these are, look, you know, they should be out, you know, putting pressure on the current governor and the incoming governor to both give her a pardon. I mean, this is a literal case that the NRA or any other gun group can use to wave in the air, hey, you know, self-defense two-way actually does work. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is it. This is just broad daylight, front center. You know, front and center. But we know they won't step up because she's black, you know. You know, Colin DeWar, they have a lot to say about anything else. You know, Antonia Okafor, you know, Dana Loesch and Chris Loesch, they have a lot to say. You know, anytime it's a situation with a black guy and a cop, or, you know, but this particular situation where their theory actually kind of worked, right, they're silent on.
Absolutely.
Again, I think it's going to have to actually take a massive movement, a massive campaign to actually put the kind of pressure on the governor. You're going to have to actually build support in that state to do it. And so hopefully we'll actually see that actually happen.
Absolutely. Hopefully so, because it just is not right. This poor young girl was bought. This is an example of sex slavery. She was purchased and then abused over and over again. If in that situation she has no right to protect her own life, what kind of a country are we saying that we are?
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. Marijuanastock.org. Now, look, I'm going to tell you why. As we transition to the holiday season, this is the time when we start thinking about giving and sharing, not puff, puff, pass, pass. Now, sometimes the best gift that you can give someone is an opportunity that could potentially change their lives. That's why our friends at Transatlantic Real Estate have created an investment opportunity for the everyday investor. It involves legal marijuana and crowdfunding. Let me say that, legal marijuana and crowdfunding. Now, we all know that legal marijuana has created one of the fastest growing industries in this country, multi-billion-dollar industry. We also know that crowdfunding makes it easy to be an early investor of an opportunity. Now, but it gets even better. Transatlantic Real Estate is different. They have a business model that is very simple. They buy land that supports marijuana grow operations and lease it to licensed, high-paying tenants. Once you understand that, you are investing in the landlord of a licensed marijuana farm in a high-growth market. Now, for a limited time, you can invest as little as $300 up to $10,000 before the company goes public. Now, here's some more good news. They have recently extended the offer, which means you still have time if you take action now. Now, keep in mind, you must complete and confirm your application to participate, so be sure to complete the process. Don't spend all your holiday money and end up with empty pockets. Instead, get a return on your investment. You can also consider making an investment for someone special. How's that for a holiday gift? To get started, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org for you to get in the game. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.